Hey, on the previous video, we have covered how to add display capture source to our video. So we already created three scenes. First, opening. The second one is screencasting. The third one is closing. In this series, we're gonna cover how to create simple videos for, let's say, like a tutorial video. And we only have one source, which is display source on the last video. Now we're gonna add some text. We're gonna add some text to display text, basically for sighted users who will watch our video. We're gonna add two texts. The first one in the opening scene, which is title. We're gonna add title for our video. And the second text is at the closing scene. It's like some kind of thank you for watching. Maybe that, yeah, maybe we're gonna add that. All right, we will mostly use the default values for this text, and we are not going to cover how the lipsticks, like color or position of the text or the size, because we're gonna cover that on the next video.
Desktop window.
So we're gonna try to make one video at a time, as simple as possible. So in this video, we're just gonna add text, create text and put it on a scene. I've already have my scene OBS here open. So I'm gonna read you the focus on the scene first by pressing tab.
Duration spin button 300 milliseconds.
Press tab.
Add configurable transition. Controls window. Start recording checkbox. Start virtual. Configure studio mode. Settings button. Exit button. Scenes window. List. Opening.
Scenes. List. Opening. The first scene is opening. The second one is
screencasting.
Screencasting. The third one is
closing.
Now we're gonna add in at the opening scene. Press up arrow.
Screencasting. Opening.
Opening. Now I'm going to press tab. No reading. Because currently we don't have any sources for the opening. But our focus now is already at the sources doc. Now to add source text, display the context menu by pressing Fn key plus right control key. The context menu already shown, even though there is no reading. Now press down arrow.
OBS 64 window. Add collapsed.
The menu is add. It says collapse. So press right arrow. Right arrow.
Application audio capture left paren. Beta right paren.
Now it's showing the list of sources type. Now press down arrow until we find text. Down arrow.
Audio input, audio output, color source, display capture, game capture, image slideshow, media source, scene, text left paren, GDI plus right paren.
This is the type of source, GDI plus. This replaces the old text, which is already deprecated. So we're gonna press enter now.
OBS 28.1.2 left paren, 64-bit comma, Windows right paren.
Now we got dialog, which is the same dialog for every source type. This dialog contains the question whether this is a new source or use the existing source. And the second one, a checkbox to make this source visible or not. Now I'm going to press tab.
Create / select source dialog. Add existing radio button not checked.
This is add existing radio button. This is the second option. We're going to use the first option. To use the first option, press up arrow.
Create new radio button checked.
Create new. both of the text that we are going to make in this video, we're gonna make from new. On other video, we're gonna use, on the next future video, we're gonna use add existing source. Now press tab.
Edit selected text left paren, GDI plus right paren.
This is the name of the text. I'm gonna put a text column title just to make it clear. In front of the name, I'm gonna put text.
T-E-X-T. Text, colon, space
title.
T-I-T-L-E.
Read again, numpad 8.
Text colon, title.
Okay. Now I'm gonna press tab to go to the second input, which is checkbox.
Title, make source visible checkbox checked.
Make source visible, checkbox checked. On the previous video, I've mentioned that the screen reader cannot read checkbox in this OBS, but I'm partially wrong, but because on some cases it can read and on some cases it cannot. I still don't understand why, but at least in this video I'm gonna show you can watch, and you gonna whoever the screen reader might not read the checkbox can understand that it is a checkbox. So at this moment, my screen reader read it as a checkbox. We're gonna leave. I'm gonna try to press spacebar.
Space, not checked.
Not checked. Press space.
Space, checked.
So the default value is checked. Now press tab.
OK button, enter.
The OK button. Press enter.
Properties for tick text colon, title tick dialog font Arial text.
Now we got
8.1.
Now we got properties dialog. This is specific for text, source type text. I've already write down the content of these properties because some of the label is not read by the screen reader. I've already write it down to maybe help you, and put it in the description box. You can check it. Now we're gonna run through all these options one by one, but however, mostly we're gonna use the default values. We are not going to go too deep in each section. We can go deep in other videos, like how to change color and how to make outline for the text. But for now, we're gonna use default values to make this video as simple as possible, and we can put text in our video.
Desktop window.
Oh,
OBS
right.
8.1.2 left paren,
So
64-bit comma,
the first
Windows right
option
paren,
is
dash
I'm gonna
profile,
press NVDA key plus tab.
text colon, title list item focused selected.
I'm gonna press tab.
Audio mixer window, grouping.
Oh, it's gone now because it's too long. So I want to make it again by
cut, fade.
By going to the properties page. Currently my focus is on, I'm gonna press shift tab.
Audio mixer window, grouping,
Shift tab.
sources window, list, text colon, title.
Text column title. So the properties dialog already closed down because I pressed escape. To go back to the properties page of this text, remember our current focus is in the text title in the sources doc. To go to the properties page, press show the context menu, press Fn key plus right control key. Because the properties is at the bottom of the context menu, press up arrow to go to the bottom.
OBS 64 window, properties.
Properties, press enter.
OBS 8.1.2 left paren, 64-bit comma, Windows right paren, dash profile colon, standard dash scenes colon, tutorials window. Properties for tick text colon, title tick dialog font Arial text transform color number
opacity
background color number 00000 background.
Stop pause speaking. Now press tab.
Grouping.
Grouping. Basically, this grouping is the selected font, but the screen reader does not read it. It displays the font family. At the moment, I think this is Arial, but it doesn't say anything. It only says grouping. Now press tab to go to the next.
Select font button, enter.
This is select font button. So if I press this, it will show pop-up to select font. Unfortunately, that dialog is not too accessible too, but we are going to cover that on the future video. For now, we're just going to use this font. Now press tab again.
Read from file checkbox not checked.
Read from file. So there are two options. How are we going to put the text? The first one is to read from file. So we can put it in a text file, and the text on the text file will be shown on the video. The second option is to write it on the text box in this properties page. For me, for the title, I prefer to write it on the text file, so I don't have to open the properties page to change the title every time, because this is something that I often do, change the title. So I just need to open the text file. So in this checkbox, I'm gonna press spacebar to make it check.
Space. Read from file checkbox checked.
Box checks, but I'm gonna need a text file. To do that, I'm gonna open Notepad.
Start window. Search window. Notepad, comma, app 1 of 1 level 1.
Notepad, press enter.
Untitled dash notepad. Text editor document.
So I'm gonna put the title is
H.
how to make, enter.
Make.
Because I wanna put the text to the second line. OBS.
OBS. T.
Tutorial.
L. Tutorial.
I press enter. So this is a 3 lines title. Videos. The third one videos.
V. D. E. S.
I'm going to write it again from the first line.
How to make.
First line. Press down arrow.
OBS tutorial.
OBS, press down arrow.
Videos.
Videos. I'm going to save it.
Save as dialog. File name colon. Combo box collapsed. Edit Alt plus N selected star.txt.
We have combo box. This is a save as dialog. The name I'm going to put is, I'm going to change the directory first by pressing Shift Tab until I found a tree view.
Items view, live line, tree view. This PC collapsed 1 of 1 level 1.
So I'm going to put it in my document.
Network collapsed.
Press down arrow.
This PC end of quick access dash uploaded 1 of 1. Videos left paren. Music left paren. Pictures left paren. Documents left paren.
Documents, I'm going to put it
1 of
in
1 level 1.
documents. Enter. Now gonna press tab until I found the name.
Items view list. Name split button collapse. File name colon. Save as type colon. Combo. File name colon.
File
combo
name.
box collapsed.
Now
Edit Alt plus N selected star.txt. OBS dash
title.txt. Read it again by pressing numpad 8.
OBS dash title.txt.
Now press enter to save.
OBS dash title.txt dash notepad. Text editor document videos.
Now back to the OBS by pressing Shift Tab.
OBS 28.1.2 left paren. 64 dash bit comma.
Check the
Windows right
currently
paren. Dash
focused
profile colon.
item.
Settings change dialog.
NVDA
Properties for tick text colon. Title.
Tab.
Read from file checkbox focus checked.
Checkbox focus checked. So it is checked. Now I'm going to press tab.
Edit read only blank.
Edit read only. This edit read only contains the name, the path, and the name of the file source. But because we have not select any files, it is blank. Now press tab.
Browse button enter.
This is browse button. This browse button, if we click, it will browse, and we're going to select the file that we are going to use as a source. We are going to use the file that we just recently created, obs-title.txt. I'm going to press enter.
Text file left paren, UTF-8 right paren, dialog select a file to preview dot.
This is select a file to select file dialog. Now I'm going to press tab until I find review to get to the documents folder.
Files of type colon, open button alt, cancel button, up band to, address colon, search edit box edit, command module, tree view, Level
If
2
you
OS left. Level 1 network collapsed 1 of 1. Level 2 OS left paren.
I'm gonna
C colon right
press up
paren.
arrow and
Collapsed 1
down
of 1.
arrow to find documents.
Level 1 is end of quick act. Uploaded 1 of videos left paren. Music left paren. Pictures left paren. Documents left paren. And right
Documents.
paren. 1 of
Now
1 level.
press enter. Now find OBS dash title.
Pictures left paren. Music left paren.
Press down
And
arrow.
videos left paren. Uploaded 1 of 1 level. End of
Down
quick
arrow.
access dash. This PC expect level 2 OS. Level 1 network collapsed 1 of 1.
Maybe I'm gonna put O. Press O.
Oh. Level 2 OS left paren. C colon right paren. Collapsed 1 of 1.
Arrow.
Level 1 network collapsed 1 of 1. Level 2 OS left paren.
Maybe
C
it's
colon
on
right
the right
paren.
part.
Level 3 $MFE deep RAM collapsed. Expanded. 0 items. Level 2 OS left paren. C colon right per. Level 3 collapsed.
Oh, we're still in the tree view. We need to go to the item view list.
Level 2 OS left paren.
Now
C
back.
collapsed.
Level
Level 1
back.
PC
I'm gonna find documents.
Uploaded 1 of videos left paren. Music left paren. Pictures left paren. Documents left paren.
Documents.
And right paren. 1 of 1
press
level 1.
enter and press tab.
Items view list. OBS-title.text not selected 1 of 1.
This is the file that we want. OBS-title. Now press enter. Press enter again. Right. Now press tab.
Name split button collapse sorted left.
We need
Name
to
split button
find
collapse sorted. OBS-title.text not selected.
Select now. Press NVDA key plus tab to find what the focus we are on.
OBS-title.text list item focus selected 1 of 1.
Now press enter.
OBS 2.8.1.2 left paren.
All right.
64-bit comma. Windows right paren. Dash profile colon. Standard dash scenes colon. Tutorials window.
We have selected the video. And it doesn't show error message. That means this works. Now press tab.
Enable anti-aliasing checkbox checked.
Gonna leave it by default.
Combo box none down.
None down. This is the, let me check the option. Press down arrow.
Uppercase.
Uppercase.
None.
Oh, so this is the transform. We can transform this file into the
uppercase,
lowercase, or start case. But we're gonna leave it as it is. So I'm gonna select none. Press up arrow.
Lowercase, uppercase, none.
None. Now press tab.
Vertical checkbox not checked.
Vertical checkbox. This is to make our text vertical or not. So I'm gonna leave it unchecked.
Select color button, enter.
This is select color button. This button, if I check, gonna show up the select color dialog. This is the select color of the text. By default, the text is white. The canvas, the background is black. So I'm gonna leave it that by default. Now press tab.
Slider 100.
Slider, this is the opacity of the text. 100 is completely visible. 0 is invisible. Yeah, the opacity is 0. To change the value, you can use left and right arrow.
99, 98.
This is I press left arrow.
97, 96, 95.
But I'm gonna use 100% by pressing right arrow.
90, 90, 90, 99, 100.
100. So I'm gonna press tap again.
Spin button 100%.
Spin button basically the same with the previous slider, 100%. So if I change value in this spin button, it's gonna change the value in the slider too. Both of these controls points to the opacity of the text. So you can use this one or that one. It's just the same. Now press tab.
Gradient checkbox not checked.
Gradient checkbox. We're gonna check this if we want to make the background color of the text be gradient. Let's say gradient from red to blue or white to black. But we're not gonna make any gradient for now. So we're just gonna leave it unchecked. If we check this, there's gonna be other option that is required to make the gradient. So the gradient unchecked. I'll press tab.
Select color button, enter.
Select color. So we are in the area of background. This is to select color of the background of the text. So text can have color, background color, let's say red or blue. Now press tab.
Slider 0.
The same with the above. This is slider for the opacity of the background. We're gonna leave it 0 so it doesn't have background. And the next one, the spin button, press tab.
Spin button 0%.
The same, this is 0% for the opacity of the background. So we're gonna leave it transparent. Press tab.
Combo box left down.
Left down. This is the alignment. Now I'm gonna press down arrow to check the options.
Center.
Center.
Right.
Right.
Center.
So
left.
this is the alignment, whether the text is gonna be aligned left or center or right. I'm gonna leave it. Because this is title, I'm gonna use center. Press down arrow.
Center.
Center. Now press tab.
Combo box top down.
Top down is the vertical alignment. Either gonna align up, center, or down. Now I'm gonna choose center too. Press down arrow.
Center.
Center. I'm gonna choose this one. I'm gonna show you what the other option. Press down arrow.
Bottom.
This is bottom. I'm gonna choose enter. Center.
Center.
Now press tab.
Outline checkbox not checked.
Outline checkbox. So if we check this, we can make outline of the text. So outline is like is useful if there is a possibility that the text and anything behind the text, either background or maybe other text or the canvas or image, can have the same color with the color of the text. Because if the text and the background has the same color, some part of the text or the whole text cannot be read. So we can make outline to keep it still readable, the text. But for now, for simplicity of this video, we're gonna leave it unchecked. Now press tab.
Chat log mode checkbox not checked.
This is chat log mode. We're gonna leave this unchecked too. Press tab.
Use custom text extents checkbox not checked.
This is the last input, last control checkbox. We're gonna put it unchecked too. Press tab.
Defaults button enter.
This is default button. We're gonna leave it as it is. We're not going to use this button. Press tab to find OK button.
Grouping. Select font button enter.
Select font. We already back to the top. In some cases, I don't know why, but the screen reader missing the OK button or cancel button. Like in this case. I'm going to show you by pressing Shift Tab to go back down.
Grouping.
This is grouping. The OK and cancel button is within this grouping, but it cannot read the grouping. I'll press Shift Tab.
Defaults button enter.
Back to the default button. So the sequence is default button, and then the grouping of OK and cancel button. But the screen reader doesn't read that button. To work around this, just press Escape. And then the OBS will ask, do we want to keep the change? And we're going to select yes. Press Escape.
Settings change dialog. There are unsaved changes. Do you want to keep them? Question. Save button enter. Save
Yes.
button enter. Settings
Save.
change dialog. There are unsaved changes.
Save button enter. Now we're going to press enter.
OBS 28.1.2 left paren.
Okay.
64 dash bit comma. Windows right paren. Dash profile colon.
So we've succeeded created a text. I'm going to focus
Scenes
on
window. List. Sources window.
sources. This is, we are focused on the source of the text. We have already created a text. To verify, maybe you could ask your sighted friend or colleague to verify if there is a text. But I think if it is already there on the properties page, yeah, it is there. Now we're gonna make the second text, which is thank you for watching text in the closing scene. But what's different from the title text is we're gonna make this not based on a file, but we're gonna type it directly in the text box in the properties page. However, there's a catch. When our system focus on the text box to type in the text, and then we press tab, the tab will be translated as a tab in the text, not tap as moving to the next control. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna focus on the closing scene.
Scenes window. List. Opening.
It's a scenes window. Press down arrow. The previous one, I press Shift Tab to move back, focus on the scenes dock. Now press down arrow.
Screencasting. Closing.
This is closing. Now press Tab. It doesn't read anything because we don't have any sources in the closing scene. Now show the context menu by pressing FN button and right control button. It's context menu already shown, but it doesn't read anything. Press down arrow.
OBS 64 window. Add collapsed.
This is add button, collapse. Press right arrow to show the list of the source type.
Application audio capture left paren, beta right paren.
Now press down arrow until we find text.
Audio, this image,
Arrow,
seek text, video,
arrow.
win, group, deprecated, application, audio in, deprecate group, window capture, video cap, text left paren, GDI plus right paren.
This is text GDI plus, press enter.
OBS 28.1.2 left paren.
Now we have dialog for every source. The first one is the option whether we're gonna create a new one or add from existing. Now we're gonna create a new one. Press tab.
Create / select source dialog. Add existing radio button not checked.
Add existing is the second option of the radio button. Now press up arrow.
Create new radio button checked.
Create new. Now change the name of the text. Press tab.
Edit selected text left paren. GDI
Edit
plus right paren.
selected. I'm gonna name it text
T
colon
text colon space.
Let's say thank you.
T N Y U.
So the name is, I'm gonna press numpad 8.
Text colon thank you.
Text colon thank you. So text colon is the part of the name. Is now press tab.
U. Make source visible checkbox checked.
Make source visible checkbox checks. Okay. So currently the checkbox is recognized by the screen reader. Now press tab.
OK button enter.
Okay. Now press enter.
Properties for tick text colon thank you tick.
This is the properties page, like the previous, the same, exactly same properties page, specific for the text source type. Now press tab.
Grouping.
Press tab.
Select font button enter.
Select font. Press tab.
Read from file checkbox not checked.
This is the different from the title. We're gonna make this one different from the title because for the title text we're gonna select from the source file by checking this checkbox. But now we are gonna leave it unchecked and we're gonna type the text directly to the text box. I'm gonna press Shift Tab to go back.
Select font button enter.
Shift Tab, select font. Now press Tab.
Read from file checkbox not checked.
Read from file not checked. Now press Tab to move to the next input.
Edit blank.
Edit. This is where we type in the text. So let's say I'm gonna type in thank you for watching.
T G.
Read it again by pressing numpad 8.
Thank you for watching.
Okay. Now I want to move to the next control by pressing tab.
Watching.
Press tab. It doesn't move. Why it doesn't move? Because the tab button that I pressed is translated as the tab character. So it is part of the text now, the tab. So I cannot move to the next control, neither the previous control. Now I'm going to press Shift Tab. It doesn't work too. Now I'm going to read the text by pressing numpad 8.
Thank you for watching 4 tab.
4 tab is because I pressed tab earlier.
Tab.
So we are trapped in this text box. What can we do? We can press escape and OBS will ask us, do we want to keep the changes? And we will click yes. Press escape.
Settings change dialog. There are unsaved changes. Do you want to keep them? Question. Save
Yes.
button enter. Save button enter. Settings change dialog. There are unsaved changes.
Save button enter. I press enter.
OBS 28.1.2 left paren.
So the changes already save. But how if we want to change the value below the text box of the text that we are trapped in? To do that, we change the focus, the way, the direction of the focus. What I mean is I'm gonna open the properties page again by using the context menu properties. Now I need to focus on the text column. Thank you. Press Shift Tab.
Scenes window,
This
list,
is
closing.
scene closing. Press Tab.
Sources window, list, text colon, thank you.
Text column. Thank you. Now press Fn key and right control key. Now press right arrow because properties item is at the bottom. Right arrow.
OBS 64 window, properties.
Press enter.
OBS 28.1.2 left paren, 64
So
dash
if
bit
I
comma,
press tab,
grouping. Select font button enter, read from file checkbox not
this
checked.
is after read from file, we're gonna meet text box. If I press tab again, the focus will be trapped in the text box. Now, if you want to change the control below the text box, we're gonna use Shift and Tab to move backward up, and when it reaches the top, it will move from the bottom. Press Shift Tab.
Select font button enter.
Shift Tab.
Grouping.
Shift Tab.
Defaults button enter.
Defaults button enter. This is we are currently at the bottom of the phone. Now Shift Tab.
Cancel button enter.
Cancel button. Shift Tab.
OK button enter.
OK button. Shift Tab.
Use custom text extents checkbox not checked.
Now we move from button upward in the dialog form. So we can change the controls here. We are already below the text box. The text box for the text.
Shot log mode checkbox not checked.
Shift Tab.
Outline checkbox not checked.
Shift Tab.
Combo box top down.
Shift
Combo
Tab.
box left down.
We can go upward until we found the next control after the text box, which is I think it's the vertical. I think it's the vertical. I'm gonna press up, press Shift Tab to go upward.
Spin button 0%. Slider 0. Select color button enter.
Shift Tab.
Gradient checkbox not checked. Spin button 100%. Slider 100. Select color button enter. Vertical checkbox not checked.
I think this is the item right after the text box. I'm gonna press Shift Tab.
Combo box none down.
Oh no, not that. Shift Tab.
Enable anti-aliasing checkbox checked.
Shift Tab.
Edit. Thank you for watching tab.
Enable anti-aliasing. So now we are already trapped. We are already trapped in the text box. We cannot go anywhere. Change the focus. I mean. So if we already trapped, we can press escape. But that's how we do it. If you want to change the control after the text box, use the Shift Tab to go around from the bottom up. Okay, now I'm going to press escape.
Settings change dialog. There are unsaved changes. Do you want to keep them? Question. Save button enter. Save button enter. Settings change dialog. There are unsaved changes. Do you want to keep them? Question. Save
yes,
button enter.
I'm going to keep them by pressing
discard button enter.
Enter.
Cancel button enter. Save button enter.
Save enter.
OBS 28.1.2 left paren 64 dash bit comma Windows right.
I have here. Thank you for watching.
Standard dash
text. But for sighted user can see the text is quite big. It's surpassed the age. So on the next video, we are going to learn how to make the text fit the screen. So it's not going to be too small or too big. Just fit the screen on the next video. And we're going to make it center. It is useful for these two texts, the title and the thank you text. All right. I hope this video useful. See you on another video still about text. Thank you for watching.